Hola, colleagues. This is FCB Mumbai, the home of FC Barcelona and India. So, FC Barcelona have begun the new year 2021 on a positive note. We've played two games, both away games, and we've convincingly won both those games. It's actually three if you count the game against Valladolid away, but we'll take that. Now, Ronald Koeman's men come up against a tricky opponent in the form of Granada, who are 7th position right now. We travel away to the Estadio Nuevos Los Carmines, and we hope Koeman's men can get those 3 points and get Barcelona back on track in contention for the league title. Without wasting any more time, let's get into the discussion. So Kule is joining us on the panel today for discussions are once again Rahul Chalke. He's become famous thanks to his predictions, not the best of lights to get famous for. Rahul, finally something to be happy about. FC Barcelona have played two games in the new year, both away games, something which we struggled a lot, and we've somehow managed to win both those games, one against a very tricky opponent in Athletic Bilbao. What are your first reactions when you think about these two games?
Vesca, we won against Vesca the first game of a year, but that wasn't quite convincing, not just to me, but to a lot of coolies. But those were three important points, and then we came up against Athletic Club. They are quite a tricky opponent, as they've always been, but we were successful in getting those 3 points as well. We won with a scoreline of 2-3 after going down 1-0 in the start. So that was pretty convincing, and I hope we continue that run and get the 3 points tomorrow as well.
So Rahul, let's just get into a few specifics here with respect to the game against Bilbao. The first goal was really unfortunate, given that we still have a few flashes of problems at our backline. But then again, when you think about how we conceded the first goal, Iñaki Williams is really someone whom, when he gets a free space, a free burst of space, he can be tricky to any opponent in the world, any backline in the world. You can put Van Dijk in there, you can put any other prime defender over there, and he'll still be able to sprint past them. The second goal, kind of our captain's fault. We won't hit too much on that. But the positives being Pedri. What a revelation. Let's just talk about this kid a little bit more. A lot of people within FCB Mumbai, they've already put in long messages which are really emotional, connecting him to Andres Iniesta, someone we've really missed a lot. And when you see how he links up with Messi, you kind of, don't miss those Neymar moments. You kind of don't miss those Suarez moments because of Pedri's presence. What does Pedri mean to Barcelona fans right now, in your opinion?
Pedri has been special for all of us, and as for the period of time you're talking about Pedri, there was a constant smile on my face. He has been quite special, and someone for his age, he's just 18, but his maturity is quite something to be, you know, idealized. His decision making on the pitch, he's just perfect, is all I'll say. And I hope he continues to develop, and alongside Lionel Messi, which is brilliant for him.
Our captain too had a good game, hit a lot of the post, and in the review of after the sorry rather than the post match interview when the experts, the pundits were discussing, we came across a stat that said that Lionel Messi has hit the woodwork 94 times, 97 if you count the ones against Bilbao, which means this man has missed out on 97 possible goals, which are already such an astronomical number when you put them
and he
against
and
his
he
700
already
odd
has
goals.
like and he already has like 644 goals for the club. If over 700 if you count in total, that's something, quite astonishing. You can't get your head around those numbers.
A lot of Brazilian loyal fans will be a bit worried when Messi breaks records. I won't name who they are, but you know whom I'm talking about. Rahul, now we face a very tricky opponent in Granada. They are not necessarily the best team right now, but they aren't necessarily the worst team either. They've got quite a clumsy backline as well, like ours. Their goal difference is at -6 right now. But at an away game, Barcelona are doing well. But at an away game, especially in a stadium like the Los Carmines, you can never be certain of how these teams perform, because suddenly against Barcelona, they come up with a vigor that you've never seen before.
It's like you just said that Granada are in the best team in the league, but even we are in the best team in the league right now. Even we have had a rough patches. Yeah, but Granada away and Los Carmenes especially is quite something, because the last time we traveled there, we lost 2-0. That's in September 2019. But before that, if we look at our last three away games at Granada, they've been quite something. A 2-0 loss previously. Before that, we faced them back on 2nd April 2017. It was we won 1-4, and it was a certain Brazilian in Neymar Jr. who scored his first ever La Liga hat trick. And if we go even back, then it was May 2016, wherein we were fighting for the league title. It was the final match day. We had to win if we wanted the league title. Madrid were just a point behind us, and it was Luis Suarez who scored a hat trick. He didn't just win us the league title. He also won the Golden Boot that season. He scored 40 goals, 40 league goals. That's quite something. He was way ahead of Messi and Ronaldo that season. I mean, just 4 goals ahead of Ronaldo, but considering the player Ronaldo is, even 4 goals ahead of him is quite something.
If any of our friends in Germany or partial to a German team are watching this, if you think Luis Suarez isn't the best striker of this generation, watch that season of his. He played a true striker's game. He played the best poaching season that I think most of this generation has never seen or cannot compare to anyone, unless you're like an old timer who has seen Thierry Henry play. But now
He didn't just score. He didn't just score. He
he
scored
created a
56
lot.
goals that season, and apart from that, he had 24 assists. That's quite something for a number nine.
So that's 60 contributions in itself over there. That's I mean, for a pure number nine who is just supposed to look act as a fox in the box, that is something really special. We don't have Suarez right now, we don't have Neymar right now, but we can't bask in the sunlight of nostalgia anymore because we do have a few La Masia products who can live up to those names and perhaps even supersede them. Pedri is one of them.
Talking about La Masia graduate guys, there is a special talent in Alex Moriba who has been
Moriba.
called up for this game. He has been called up for the first time in the squad, and yes, like all of you, even we hope that he gets some minutes.
I just hope he gets. In fact, more than Moriba, I'm not that big a fan of Moriba, but I could be. I'm a bigger fan of Conrad de la Fuenta. And I personally feel that if in this summer video we see either of Griezmann or Brathwaite leaving, I'd rather than investing in someone from the Netherlands, I'd I'd put my money on Conrad de la Fuenta. Number one, because he is really good at reading a Barca game. You see, Pedri works well with Messi despite not being from La Masia. But when you talk about Conrad, when you talk about the Masia boys, they play together. They have this connect, and if they link up with Messi well, and Conrad and Serginho Dest, I'm pretty sure they're going to create havoc on either wings because they've got that US national team connection. If we promote such players, Ronald Koeman, if you're watching this video, we really want to see more La Masia boys come in. It's okay if you don't invest in any more Netherlands players, we're definitely okay with that. But please promote our La Masia boys. Now, Rahul, let's talk about the lineups. Whom do you see Ronald Koeman starting up against Granada? Remember, we are at a very crucial juncture wherein any game lost right now means a potential end to the title race, if the title race is not already over. So, whom do you see Koeman starting up against Granada?
Like look, in the previous game against Bilbao, we had just one change. That was Brathwaite coming. That was Griezmann coming in for Brathwaite rather, because Brathwaite didn't really have a great game against Vesca. But in the previous game, it was Griezmann, and even though we didn't have a traditional number nine on the pitch, our attack gelled quite nicely in Dembele, Messi, and Griezmann. Griezmann gave an assist as well. He was all over the pitch at times. He had 7 ball recoveries. That's quite something for an attacker. So I don't think there will be any changes. Not for me. I think we'll be starting with the same lineup that we started against Bilbao with. But if we can get a lead, if we can get a comfortable lead, I think we'll get to see some of Alex Moriba as well in the
I
second half or so.
I think we won't be able to play Clement Longley because he's suspended, right? He's got a yellow
Oh
card.
yeah, 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 yeah,
We won't be
yeah.
able
I
to play him.
forgot that actually. So I
We were
think
speaking about La
Mingueza would be
Masia.
coming in.
Yeah, I was just about to bring that out. Ronald Araujo, apart from that one mistake that he committed, which we all have forgiven him for, Oscar Mingueza and he have formed a backline which at times seems almost impenetrable when they're playing in the pure system. Sometimes, of course, I've noticed it's not always a backline's fault. The midfield gives the ball away a lot, and these days Busquets is prone to a lot of mistakes. So when I asked you about the changes, do you think Pjanic really should come in right now, replace Busquets, understand the game with Frankie really well, and because I feel he will really work better when Mingueza and Ronaldo Araujo are paired up. Also, we know of those rumors which stated that Busquets is potentially in a contract discussion with Leeds United. So we've got to keep that in mind as well. So do you think that this would be the perfect backline? I'm not just talking about now. I'm talking even when PK gets back. Should PK see the bench more and Mingueza and Araujo start more?
As you said, Arau and Mingueza have been really good. Apart from those individual errors, which are quite natural, they are very young, and there is a lot of room for improvement, no doubt. But yes, they've been really good, and I think Longley hasn't been what he was last season or the season before that. He has been out of position at times. He has he has done unnecessary fouls. So I don't see Longley. I don't want to see Longley starting nowadays. But yeah, let's see. I can't really predict. I can't really predict what's going on in Koeman's mind right now.
So Rahul, here's the time which we come to which you really don't like. We are going to talk about the predictions. So I know a lot of you guys don't want Rahul to predict. Rahul, let's do one thing. You don't predict the score line. If Barcelona is winning, raise your right hand. If Granada wins, raise your left hand. And if it's a draw, just do this. So if Barcelona
Definitely
loses
winning
right
this.
now, you know whom to blame. It wasn't me. So I personally think,
Jude, what are your predictions? Let's just get
I
your
think
predictions this time around.
given how Barcelona have been attacking with the intensity, I think we can go ahead and win this game with 3 goals. I'm not going to be greatly optimistic about a clean sheet because I know we are still in that experimental line where we can commit mistakes. So I'm looking at a mirrored score line of somewhere near Athletic Bilbao and Valladolid somewhere between 3-0 and 3-2. But we will win this game.
So,
We will
so
get 3 points. I'm confident of that.
guys, so if anything goes wrong, I'm not the scapegoat this time around. So
No, he
yeah,
is.
you know who to
Guys,
catch.
mention who do you think is the reason if Barcelona loses in the comments. We want to see that. Talking about a few informalities at FCB Mumbai across Instagram, across Facebook, we received a lot of your messages, a lot of positive comments coming in about our videos. The few times we were irregular due to a few unforeseen circumstances, a lot of you messaged us and asked why we aren't putting them out. We thank you for the concern. We thank you for the support. And with this new year, we just hope Barcelona recovers to the position which we have known in the past uh, for them to be at. We are used to winning a lot of titles. We are used to being the team that doesn't lose a lot. I hope we get that back. We hope you guys support FCB Mumbai as well. If you're a Kule living anywhere in Mumbai, please do hit us up across our social media handles, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this video to our channel. Rahul, any closing comments? FC Barcelona, Granada, or FC Barcelona in general?
I wouldn't give any predictions. I still won't give it because I don't want to, I don't want people start to hating us, start hating me on again. But yeah, I hope it's quite a spectacular game for us, and we keep this away winning streak, and let's make it 4 out of 4, guys.
So, guys, we
That's it.
will be going live on Instagram on the match day. Do be sure to join in. We hope to address some of your questions. We hope some of you share your opinions with us. It was a great last live video, and we'll see you soon. Until then, Mr. Basa, Mr. Catalonia, and as always, Jai Hind. Kya Kale.